Hello Mario! In this video I'm going to take a look at TRAVERSE CLOSURE WORKSHEET 03 from Engineering Survey, and I'm going to show you how to go about solving that or working it out using the 12D model application or program. So first of all, let's just have a bit of a look at the actual worksheet itself. And here it is. This is the worksheet, which previously I have asked students to work out manually, and it's pretty much based on one of my earlier videos, maurieos calculating traverse coordinates. So it's just the same video, but this time we're going to work it out using 12D model. So there it is there. You can get a good look at that and we'll see how we go. So what I'm going to do is just take that worksheet away from here now, put that on my second screen so that I can view it and get it, see it okay. So that'll be there like that. I'll get that all blown up like that. Right, now let's get 12D model up and running. So I've got 12D model here, but I'll just so that you can see how it opens up and what have you, I'm just going to close that down. It may, I've got it running here on my laptop, so it may open slightly differently in different environments. So here it is. I've accessing it here from the Windows there, and there it is there. And I'm going to create a new folder where I'll work from it so I'll just work on it on my desktop here and in my what I call my working folder, and I'll create a new folder here. Oops, that's not going quite so well. So that's in my desktop, and a new folder, and I'll just call this TRAVERSE worksheets. So what I've done in an earlier course where I require it to be worked out manually, I'm now going to use the same worksheets and work it out there. So I'm going to call this one TRAVERSE worksheets 003. Oh, that's fine. TRAVERSE worksheet. So we'll select that folder like so, and then we need to give the project name. So I'll give the project name for this one worksheet 003, and we'll proceed. And there we go. It opens out. There's various bits and pieces that you can fill out there. In this, I haven't got my, what I haven't got here is I haven't got my dongle in place. So it needs the dongle to access the 12D, or if you're in a network situation, a license. So I'm going to insert my dongle here into a USB port, and hopefully we'll be good to go. So I'm just going to go retry there, and here we are. It's all opening up now. It's all happening, hopefully. All right, and it opens up like so, and there's various project setup details more around the line of administration and things like that, if you're in a working situation. So that's all fine. I just don't need that, and I don't need that. Sometimes you'll find that it opens a number of different windows here, but I would just close them and just leave it maybe with that one, just plan one. So there might be a number of other windows open. Just close them and stay with plan one. It doesn't matter if you delete that, because you can just go view and new new plan. You'll notice that the version that I'm using here is possibly an older version. I probably need to update to my most recent version at this stage, and you may have another version available to you. So that's fine there. Now what we're going to do is just go to the Traverse. So we're just going to go to Survey, Traverse Spreadsheet, and I'm first of all just going to go to the parameters and set that up, particularly in the report. So I'm going to go, I like to just calculate things to the nearest, well, I'm just going to put them to the nearest, everything to the nearest second, so that we're not getting any rounding involved here. Just that's something that we can consider later on. So this will show everything to the nearest second like that. The decimals will go with everything to 3 decimal places, and for the coordinates, everything to 3 decimal places and to the nearest second, and we'll just go right on that and right and finish, and that should set all that up. Okay, all right, so back to Survey Traverse Spreadsheet, and we're going to create a new Traverse Spreadsheet which we'll put up in over here. The projection, I will use the projection here. Typically around here I will use the Mount Eden 2000 circuit, which is recently here. The network, so I give it a network name. I'll just call it worksheet. So these are just admin 003. The New Zealand Land District here is South Auckland for that one, and the file name, I'll just call that worksheet 003, like so. And there's various other little bits of information that can go in here, but they're not, just at this point, not relevant, and the type of adjustment that we're going to use is about it. So that will there give us, that creates our Traverse spreadsheet. Okay, now the first thing we need to know, of course, is that we do have a start point, which we will give the number 1, and then it has a coordinate which we take off the sheet, 801.456.27, and I'll put a 0 in there just to get things to place. And then we've got an easting 409.723.510. Okay, and that point there is ITMM. Okay, so there we go. So now to the second point, which we will, if we just push enter, it'll be point 2, and then we've got a bearing from ITMM, and I think the next one is IBJR, so we put our bearing and distance in. So we've got 25.1650, 16 minutes and 50 seconds. We put in our distance, which is 146.47, like so, and then the type. Now you can right click in there, and right click, and it gives you an option. Now we're traversing here, so that all goes in there, and then that's going to IBJR. Alright, and then away we go for the next one, which is 103.2740, and it's 174.37, traverse, enter, and that is to ITMT, like so. And then finally we go 236.4 0.1120, 1120, and that's for 225.48, 225.48. Okay, TR, and that's to ITSC, and now we're going back to ITMM, so we just put a 1 in here, like so, and you'll notice that it actually calculates a bearing 306.53.42, but the actual one, which we write down, which is on our plan or diagram or field note, should be 306.54. That's the one we key in. But that tells us that we're pretty close. And then 56.00, enter, traverse, enter. And then we can just go update. And there we are, we have our, it's all done. It's, the misclose is all sorted out. There's everything there. We can, and that's called a traverse block. We can show the coordinates. So there's the coordinates of our points, like so. Here's our misclose. We've got a 5 mils on 16 degrees 2837. We've got a northing misclose of 5 mils, easting of 2 mils, and that misclosure is a representative fraction, 1 to 113.524. So that's it done. I don't know if you can recall how the anguish and whatever that it took you to do that manually, but there you are. That's that little exercise all done. So very, very quick. So then we can go update, and that's fine. Now if we want to, obviously we might want to get a printout of that. So, and what I forgot to mention is, of course, over here it also draws it up at the same time. So it creates what they call models, which you might, in AutoCAD parlance, they would be layers. And there's your, there's a plan of your traverse. Now there's lots of other little features and things that we can do with that. And in time I'll be able to show you how to do those. But for now, there it is there. We've got this here which we can turn on, so the point IDs, and they're the point numbers. Now those are in cyan. They don't print out string names, so we've got the string names in there like that. They don't print out, so print them out you actually have to create the labels, and that's something a little bit different. So there you are, straight off we've got a plan. We can download that to AutoCAD. We can actually get it to print the bearings and distances along the lines and things like that, but that's something for later on. But what we do want to do is get a printout of this traverse, or a digital copy of it. So we go back to Survey, Traverse Spreadsheet, and there's two options. There's the New Zealand report or the standard report. In this case, I'm going to choose the standard report. And there it is there, and it's asking for the input file, which is that one there, and just leave it like that, and you can give it a title, traverses of, let's just call it worksheet 003, but obviously there's lots of information that you can fill in there, your surveyor and the report file. You can call it, give it a name, so let's just call it worksheet 003, and then we just push report, and there it is. There's a copy of the report which we can save, and it's just all printed out there like that. There it is, with the name, the user, organization, file name, all that information there, with that all to the nearest millimeter and all reduced. So there you are. That would be your output for that file. Just a little traverse sheet like that. Essentially, that's all you would need to do. So, little exercise for you. All good. Sorry, it takes about 15 minutes, but yeah, all good. Cheers. See you.